Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, all right. Now I expect Guy should be participating right now. What's up with Guy? I don't know. I don't. I want to believe in Guy. Come on, Guy. All right. I'm gonna tell you guys. Somebody go get Guy. Tell him to come here. Come hither, bitches. Let me make sure I'm coming through first. Yeah, it's working. It's working. First of all, I gotta turn off caps lock up in this bitch. Yeah, I think that'll do. He's ignoring me right now, and I support him. Now, all right, fine. You want to? You know what? I'll just be a more interesting show. Let's look at Google News. I'll fucking goddamn get my brain all up in this shit. Question: Swirl of Russian plane crash. And I talked to you about this Sinai, the 224 board. You know what? I'll tell you what. They were fucking texting. No, seriously. You're in Russia. You got the Sinai crash. You're going, what happened? Well, go back to the maintenance crew. What are they doing? Oh shit, am I getting late tonight? Ticket, 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 tick. Should I use T9 or fucking ABC? Ticket, 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 tick. Yes, I fucking goddamn de-iced the plane. Ticket, 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 tick. Oh no, the plane crashed. Ticket, 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 ticket. That's what's going on. Texting, bitch. Texting. It doesn't matter that it's Russia. What happened in America? It's going to happen in Ohio next. Yeah, you people don't know. You people don't know. Because you don't get human nature. You got to get human nature before you're going to understand this shit. Doesn't matter that it's Russia. Russia. He's probably lurking. Well, Guy Shea should be on. He's supposed to have my 6 and my 9 and my 12. Yeah. So he needs to be up in here right now. Because I fucking cover his shit. Truth on Tap. Uh-oh, I got 2 new messages. Is that you, Grandpa Al? Uh-oh, I got all kinds of shit coming in. Everybody trying to get all dramatic up in this bitch. It's not what we... All right, let's go on back, because I know you guys want some good news. So let's go ahead and look at Google News. I'm going to wait for the drama. I know drama sells. I know drama sells, but I'm not interested in drama really. Sub with camera to dive on sea wreck. Believed to be missing ship El Faro. I don't care about El Faro. It's probably El Gayo. I will tell you this. Tonight, my friends... Alright, can I tell you what happened to me earlier? Thank you for caring. I'm at a real I'm sorry. I'm at a real hockey game, and the Capitals are playing, but the Capitals aren't playing local. They're over there in D.C. And I'm sorry, they were in Florida. My bad. And they ended the game 1-1. It's a tie. They got to go to overtime. That's fine. I'm watching the game I'm at. I'm at a game. I'm at a motherfucking game. Semi-pro game, juniors. They're all blah, 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 blah. And I look and I see a molar on the motherfucking ice near the red circle closest to me. That's how you know my turn is real. There's the molar. And nobody's picking it up. The goalie's ignoring it. The guy that skated off dropped his gloves. He's ignoring it. There's the tooth. I'm looking at the tooth because the tooth, forget everything else. I'm not even looking down at the other end of the ice. The tooth represents to me what hockey is about. Hockey is about sacrifice and commitment. Sacrifice and commitment. Do you care about your team? Do you want the win? That's all it's about. That's it. There's nothing more. Everything else is a subcategory. Motherfucker's tooth is laying on the motherfucking ice. What does he do? He skates off. He's not committed. That's all right. That's all right. He couldn't handle it. Some guys can't. I would have stayed out there and said, take my next tooth, because I'm playing, bitch. All the goalie does, he looks at the tooth, he glances at it, but he's looking at the puck. He's looking down the ice of the puck, saying, who's coming at me next? Motherfucker skated off without a tooth. What was he, Maine? North Dakota? Well, fuck them all. It doesn't matter. Tooth hanging all out. dropped on the ice. I'm looking at the tooth, people, and I'm going, okay, Capitals just won in overtime, beat the Florida Panthers 2-1. This makes me happy. But I'm still looking at a tooth, and I'm being reminded that hockey is a violent sport. I almost wish it wasn't. I almost wish it wasn't, because some of my friends believe I like hockey just because it's a violent sport. I don't. I don't. I wish there was less fighting and less stick-to-tooth impact, because the sport itself is beautiful to me. I love the sport. All right, I'm going to let go of that right now, because I know some of y'all aren't into hockey, and you'll be like, I got to go and eat an Egg McMuffin. I believe my wife has a bottle up inside her poontang, and I don't want to interfere with that. Bangladesh police probe local radicals and latest attacks. I don't care about Bangladesh. Autopsies begin in victims of Romanian nightclub fire. That's pretty easy. When you're looking at autopsies in a nightclub fire, you're probably going to find her burned to death. Yeah. Islamic State takes over town in Syria's western Homs province. Oh my God, this sounds so gay. It sounds like Barco. I don't want to get into that. Oh, we'll go further south. Come on down. Oh, toddler pope is declared a winner at White House Halloween. Yay! For Clinton, a challenge to keep black voters energized about her campaign. Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. You come to us as a runner in this race with a black cloud hanging over your head. That is you and Bill, mostly Bill. And now you say, oh, I believe in black people. That's not going to work. I believe in transparency, but you had the emails. We don't want to get into that. God, if I'm looking on the Republican side of things, I'm thinking not Trump, because he's a fucking joke. First of all, what's that thing on his head? Name it. Name it, bitches. What is it? I could hide an aircraft carrier under that motherfucker. I'm saying Marco Rubio, and I'm saying Jeb Bush. I'm saying they got a chance. In the general. Forget about hype among Republicans. And then I go over to the Democratic side and I say, oh, Hillary, God damn it, you're dragging a fucking 500-pound bag of luggage with you. What are you doing? I got to look at Bernie now. I'm certainly not looking at Mark. I'm certainly not looking at the ex-Virginia man, because he's pretty much Republican. Why the fuck he ran Democrat, I don't know. That's like me going out and saying, I'm black, vote for me. I could play for the Harlem Globetrotters. If you haven't had a chance to look at it yet, go on to YouTube and look for the Democratic First, you know what I'm saying, debate, debate, and look at the misheard lyrics, or no, what's it called? Lip sync, bad lip sync, yeah. Excuse me. I feel so fucking unprofessional right now, and I don't care. It's been a while. I'm a little worried about Guy now. He's not listening to my show. He's listening to somebody else's show. So that's going to make me think twice about things in the future. I'm just being honest. You know I'm honest. RD, I've been saying Rubio for 2 years. I hear you, RD. He's you know, look at a Rubio. Let's look at Rubio. Let's go ahead and put the spotlight on him. Here he is, a Mexican American. Okay, he understands immigration problems from a first person perspective. He's intelligent. You can understand he's got deep intelligence. Now, one thing Rubio has a problem with, that they're getting him with, is being present for votes. As you know, in America, Congress has to be present for votes to make an impact, or they can't vote yes or no. Oh my God, I'm seeing the sun come up. If you guys knew, it's almost, how can I explain this? I consider myself a writer, so I've got to be able to explain this. All right. you're looking out over a city, and nor- normally from the ground up is dark. Now you see orange, this very faint orange brown, going into a light blue, going into a dark blue. And you're going, I have stayed up too late. I have stayed up too late. But Arizona is not necessarily a state that I agree with geographically. So they can suck my dick, and I'm staying up till I want to. And I can see your airport, and I can see your motherfucking lights blinking. I don't care. What's RD saying? 13.25 in Holland, 5.25 for YA. Damn. He's Latino, full stop. I agree. I agree, man. I mean, Marco Rubio has a lot. Here's what Republicans need to think about. Who can we get elected in the general? Ask yourself this. In America, Republicans, who can they... Donald Trump will never fucking win a general. Never. You need to pick somebody who can win a general if you want Republicans in the White House. And I'm telling you, Bush or Rubio is the way to go. However, if they do go ahead and nominate Trump, that's going to be a treat for the Democrats. It's a fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy, whatever that means. Probably Hillary. Maybe Bernie, but probably Hillary. Hillary in the first debate sounded really good, sounded rehearsed, very like a person that had just come out of classroom and was being quizzed. But Bernie sounded more genuine from the heart. So now you got these, let's go to the Democratic side. You got these two groups of people voting from the heart versus from the intellect. That's a hard division. I'll tell you who's going to win. Let me think. So you pile it all up. You get your nominees. I think you've got Bush versus Hillary, and I think you've got Hillary as a winner. I'm sorry. That's the way I see it. Prove me wrong. Mark this down. Write it in your notebooks. That's what I see. And that has nothing to do with who I would vote for or why. That's just what I see. I think you've got Bush versus Hillary and Hillary winning. Yep. That's not, I'm not rooting for that. I'm just telling you that's what I see. Oh, personally, if I could pick my own winner, God, of all of them, oh my God, that'd be hard. It would come down to, I'll tell you who would make it into my final four would be Rubio, Bush, Bernie, and probably Martin O'Malley. And I'd probably come up with Bernie because I believe he cares for the American people, and that's hard to find. Who knows if that'll last, too. You know, as soon as somebody gets into office, they're going, oh, you've got money for me. I care about your cause now. That's a joke. It's a joke. How do you elect a leader? How do you really elect a leader? What do you want him to have? What do you want her to have? You want her to have incorruptible values that match yours. That's what you want. How are you going to find that? How are you going to find it? I'll let you think about that. How are you going to find unchangeable values that match yours? I think some of the Republicans think that, Trump have their best interest in mind because he doesn't need money. But if they look at it from a psychological standpoint, they'll realize that people with power only want one thing. They only want one thing, and that's more power. And do you think that if they imagine them getting a little more power, and what do they stop at? They don't. They want more power, and more power, and more power. And they're not thinking about you, the little man. I don't understand how anybody who makes less than $100,000 a year in America can